These are the New Balance FuelCell SuperComp Trainer version 2. Let's check them out. Woo. Look at that orange pop. Woo, they're cushiony and they're rocky. A little springy. I feel so fast. Yeah. I think I'm gonna like these. Let's take them on a run. Come on, let's go.
Thanks, Joey. So right off the bat, this shoe, well, where is it? Oh, that shoe. Ooh, this shoe right here, New Balance SuperComp Trainer FuelCell V2, not in that particular order. Pretty standard unboxing experience. Standard new shoe smell, you know, all of the works. So I got the orange noir colorway, and right off the bat, the first impression is pop. You know, I'm not traditionally a super bright and flashy shoe guy, but this is just such a really pretty shoe. I think the orange does really well. These little dots on the side here do great too. I like that it mixes the logos. We have the big N on the side here on the outside of your foot. Now on the inside, you let the people know, New Balance. I think it's very much of a statement, just a super nice, flashy shoe. The midsole is really nicely designed too, nice and cushiony and layered pretty well. But unfortunately, and also fortunately, the coolest part of the shoe, in my opinion, is the bottom. So I just think this is such a nice design, but unfortunately, no one's really gonna be seeing it. Just really slick and sleek how everything is put together here. You have kind of like a big gap here as well. I like that it shows that this is the energy arc. You can kind of see the carbon plate right there, but the bottom of the shoe is just an awesome part. With this shoe, it's extremely breathable, which right now makes it kind of hard winter running shoe, but as long as you have nice bundled up socks, it's not too bad because it is so breathable. A lot of that air is flowing through. But in the summertime, this will be a great, nice shoe for you not to be sweating an extreme amount in. I like the upper because it is breathable, but also very sturdy as well. There are parts that are more breathable than others. So like the toes, that's where it is a little bit more breathable, a little bit more flexible. As you get to the back of the shoe, it starts to be more sturdy, which is how I think a shoe should be designed. I think this is a very nice quality, is that a word? Sure. Built shoe. As you can see, it's like super dirty. I've been running in the snow in this thing, so I've been really putting it through the works. It's not fraying or like falling apart. It's a super sturdy shoe, which is impressive because it's extremely light as well. Let's start talking about the fit of the shoe. So the fit of the shoe is true to size. I wear a size 12 and this is a size 12 and I've been running in it ever since. I haven't had any issues, no slipping and sliding yet. It feels snug enough on my foot to be super secure. One thing I like is that underfoot, there aren't a lot of shoes out there that I will put on and immediately it's just like, oh, I'm in love with this shoe. I really like when you first put the shoe on, you stand, you can kind of feel the cushion and the spring that it gives, but we'll get into that a little bit later. One thing that I really struggle with a shoe is the tongue. One thing that I have a hard time finding is a nice quality tongue. I will say I do like these tongues. It sounds weird saying that, but this is something that I really appreciate about the shoe because sometimes I have issues with the tongue rubbing against my ankle and like causing blisters or frictions, and it's just super uncomfortable. But with this shoe, I don't have any issues with that at all, so that's super great. One weird thing, and this might just be a me lacing it the wrong way situation, but on my left foot, I've been having issues with the tongue like bunching up at the front of the toe, which is kind of annoying. You can kind of feel that bunch at the front of your toe, but once you get to running it, like you don't really notice it. But I don't have that issue on my right foot, which is kind of weird, but worth the call out. So let's talk about the shoe's performance. So this is a sturdy shoe. Nice and cushiony, nice and springy as well. One thing, if you know anything about me and my preference on running shoes, is that I will always reach towards a shoe that has a little bit more cushion to it. And one thing that I like about this shoe is that it definitely has that cushion. I mean, the heel is big. Like, you have that much, you can kind of see, I don't know. It has that much cushion in it. It's super nice, but with it being classified as like a speed shoe or almost a super shoe, it has that spring too that you're looking for when you're wanting to get that speed. So one thing that I think is really nice is that it doesn't compromise that spring to get that cushion, which is honestly the best of both worlds for me, because I can't do a speed workout in a cushiony shoe, but this shoe I can, because it is super cushiony, yet it gives you the spring to go faster and do those speed workouts like a tempo or a fartlek run. And one thing that I think is really nice, especially right now in the snow, and you can't really test this unless you're in the snow, is that the traction is pretty decent on this thing. Like, I'm not slipping and sliding when I'm out there in the snow. It's not a hard thing for me to get grip and get going. It's really, really nice. And I really like this for the track as well, because it really does have like a very nice grip to it to get me that forward push that I'm looking for. So I want to compare this to some other shoes that I've ran in the past. If you compare this to like an Asics Nova Blast, it's a better shoe in my opinion. They're not a direct comparison, but I like this shoe better because you're able to get that cushion, get that spring, but you're also, in my opinion, able to use this as like a daily trainer. I mean, trainer is in the name of the shoe, so you could definitely use this as a daily trainer. I've been using this for a lot of my runs. I've been using it for my long runs, my speed workouts, and really everything in between. Unless I'm trying to do like a nice and easier, more like recovery type run, I'll reach for this shoe because it's just my go-to right now. I've ran in the Saucony Endorphin Pro as well, which is also another plated shoe. It's just not as stiff as those other plated shoes. Like, I don't put this on and feel like I'm running on like wood planks. It's like I've mentioned before, it has a nice cushion to it, yet the spring that you're looking for in a plated shoe. So a few pros and cons of this shoe. I already listed a whole lot of pros to the shoe. I really do enjoy the shoe. I like it a lot. The cons that I have found with the shoe is that it's a shoe that you have to break in. Like, you can't go on a run and it immediately not affect you like some other shoes. It's definitely a shoe that I've had to get a few longer runs in order for it to feel good under feet for the whole entire run. And part of it's just like your own personal body and how your body adapts to the shoe. But I would say my first week of running in the shoe, it was rough on my legs, specifically my calves and my shins. It was just tough compared to some other shoes that I've ran in. Now, to be fair, I typically run in more cushiony shoes, so like the New Balance 1080s or the Gel Nimbus 25. So those are very easy on your legs. But I think once you get this broken in a little bit and you get used to it, it becomes a lot more easier on your legs. And now because I had my doubts at the beginning, but now I'm like, yes, this is a great shoe. It's my daily go-to. So like I said, this shoe is really great. I love it for all sorts of workouts. I definitely think it's something that you can wear for a lot of different things. I've worn it for track workouts. I've worn it for tempos. I've even worn it for longer runs as well. So these have been on 13-mile runs, and it's been on quick 5-mile runs. Anywhere in between. It's just a great shoe. I think it's an all-purpose shoe, very much well-rounded. But I don't know, I've heard a lot of mixed things about this shoe. I've heard of people running in this shoe and it absolutely destroying their legs. I've heard of people absolutely loving this shoe like me and having it as their daily go-to trainer. But I don't know, if you've ran in this shoe, let me know what you think. Let me know what your thoughts are about it. All right, everyone, this is coming to the conclusion of the shoe review for the New Balance SuperComp Trainer Fuel Cell version 2, which is an extremely long name, but it makes up for it. I really enjoyed doing this. I love doing these review type videos. So if you want more, please show me some love, give me some likes, let me know what you want to see more of. Hit that subscribe button, hit the noti bell, and we'll do more of these. All right, my final thoughts. What do we rate this? I would give it a well-rounded 8 out of 10. And the reason why I say that is because I am just a sucker for a cushiony shoe. So a shoe that has speed, has cushion, it's just really nice to have. This is really just the shoe that I'm reaching towards right now. It's not something that I would pass up. So right now it's a well-rounded 8. I'm excited to see what New Balance does in the future with this line because I think it's really good. So I would definitely recommend this, but try it out yourself. Let me know what you think. And as always, if you want more, feel free to subscribe and check out my other socials. I do a lot of like smaller form of content on my Instagram. So if you're looking for more of that, stay tuned there. That's all I have for today. Thanks for coming along.